one right here is about to be a doozy. And I gotta say, I gotta try to follow myself with this one. So try to follow me on this one. And remember, every video or every conversation you see me post up, it's open to anybody. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this in the back of your head, or you know what? Not in the back of your head, in the forefront. Random effect. Random effect. EFFECT. Random effect. I'm gonna try to bring all this back around to that random effect. Now I thought about this last night. Oh, disclaimer. I feel like I gotta put a disclaimer. I feel like I'm gonna make this my disclaimer for whatever talking to myself videos. And by default, all my conversations is these are just thoughts, just thoughts that I don't mind sharing, that I think about, and I don't necessarily purposely think about. It just something caught my interest, and I just think about it. And thinking leads to some research, and some research leads to some more research and more thinking. So again, I don't have a definitive answer for anything. Anything. And I feel that nobody does, even if you believe in it wholeheartedly. I feel like nobody does. Because I also feel like if you do believe in it wholeheartedly, there should be some way that you can actually visibly show us something of what do you call that? Of certainty. Of certainty. And I don't mean replicas, because replicas are not certainties. There are exactly what the name of it entails: a replica, a copy of what you thought was a certainty. So again, I don't have definitive answers. I just like to explore my thoughts. Now I thought about this. Recently I put up a post paraphrasing supremacy. I mean, this infinite war, this infinite civil war that we're fighting will be a continued war for eternity, and is supremacy, racism slash prejudice, supremacy, supremacy. And I call that the auto. I came up with what I like to call the artificial supreme gene. And I thought about, as long as this thing called supreme is in existence, supremacy, superiority, boom, that's what I was looking for. Superiority, but I still like supreme gene because it rhymes. But think of, again, try to follow me, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna try to circle all this back around, to the what I call, or what I would like to think is, a random effect. As long as humanity has what I now call, for my own thoughts to help me out, is the artificial supreme gene. As long as that exists in humanity, period, this civil war of superiority will forever be a civil war. It's never ever going to end, ever. Even if the inferior all come together, an inferior is practically anybody that ain't white. I mean, that's just how the earth, the people of earth has it for some reason. Whites deem themselves supreme, and civilization deem it as well. So we and the effect of that kind of shows whites are supreme, whether they want to acknowledge it or subconsciously or even obliviously acknowledge it. As long as that gene is somewhat in the mentality of humanity, there will ever there will forever be this infinite war of superiority. Now here's where it gets even deeper, and it has to go with religion, because again, I'm a religious person, I guess technically, but I don't believe in any religion. Buddhist, I don't know much about too many others. You know, I know a great deal of Christianity. I know a great deal of Greek mythology. I know some Norse, thanks to God of War, which feed my interest to go read some more. And I know there's just some religions. Yes, I name mythologies in that, but technically religions are mythologies. But that being said, is also believe that everything, no matter what, is rooted into some type of religion. I would like to say or think Christianity, since Christianity seems to be the religion, no matter it's globally the religion for some reason. So that's what I like to go off of. But in anything, if you just think back to something, it's rooted with some type of cornerstone of religion. Now, that being said, what I've come across my readings and my audiobooks, wow, is that God created humans. Let's just go with let's go. I forgot. Let's just go with God does actually exist. Again, technically, I may be religious, but I don't believe in none of it, any religion. But again, a lot of times I do think about if, from the aspect that God is actually real. So let's go with this again. Try our best to follow me, because again, I'm trying to follow myself as well. God created humans. Somehow along the line, humans have this artificial supreme gene, which is superiority, which that means, so I think you are inferior to me, meaning less than me. I, that being said, since I think that way, I now deem myself your ruler, because you're inferior to me. You're beneath me. So just that alone makes you my servant. What we would call, well, no, I can't say that would be a hater, but yes, that does play in the territory. Somewhere down the line, that happened after God created humans. prior that, according to the religion, in some readings, that the angels were created by God for practically or virtually the same reasons humans were, to be slaves, servants. And it was said that they also have free will. What happened with that free will? You could also call, we can nickname for this particular section here, nickname random effect Lucifer or the devil or whatever. With that free will that God supposedly gave the angels as well, we have the random effect of Lucifer. And that got him kicked out along with a third of everybody that was up there. That was then said supposedly be the origin of mankind's random effect. Superiority. Now, here's where it gets even deeper with me. With this random effect being Lucifer, there will always be what we call haters. And a large portion of haters come from the inferior group, meaning that we hating ourselves, which plays on the artificial supreme gene. Superiority, again, is the nickname that's going to call that. What I mean, again, the inferior group, reality, practically or virtually anybody that's not white. Yes, we're going to get on that Whoopi in another video. Whoopi. And she's getting done wrong. Sidebar, done with. Right there. Now, again, to help that even more, to be more precise with that, look at, since civilization already see blacks as inferior, we just look at that as an example of what I mean by we're hating each other, meaning that we have black people where black on black crime is hating each other. And again, every nationality, ethnicity group has that. Really white, and they're the supposed majority, so majority is white on white crime just by default, if you are supposedly the majority. Where was I going? Where was I at? Oh, black on so we're hating each other. We're hating ourselves. Oh, you got the Jordans, I don't. Blah, blah, blah about it. Or even goes as deep as, look at her face. Look at his face. She looks so beautiful. He looks so beautiful. I don't. Or vice versa. Hating each other. That being said, if all the inferior was to rally together and come forth with this equality, or not come forth with this equality, but we can salt bay some equality in there, because we will have to think about something for that to happen. The equality of banding together to take down this common enemy of superiority. We all band together, the inferior bunch, and actually win, take down superiority, the artificial supreme gene. That's what I call it. Is and win, totally eradicate superiority. The system, as well as what as what we call it as well. The system. We know what the term the system is. The system, superiority. There will always be that Lucifer going off the random effect. It will always be that supposed hater. That supposed hater, for some reason, in humanity, breeds vastly and speedily, speedily. Again, for some reason, we are drawn to drama. So I think by just that alone, there would never, ever in any lifetime be equality because of the artificial supreme gene. And here's where I come from when I say the artificial supreme gene. Oh, yeah, the artificial supreme gene. Not solely of the artificial supreme gene, but yes, yes, because of that, but the random effect of existence. I wasn't going to say life, but the random effect of existence, period. There will always be that being thinking they're in someone or something is inferior to it. And then it goes even deeper. Again, follow me. Because I'm trying to follow myself. I thought about it some more. It was like, God instilled that within the creation of humanity. Either inherently, because again, how can you create? Has life been created out of dirt or what was deemed dirt or sand in real life? No. And I don't mean growing life or forming some type of life coming from the dirt. I mean actually taking dirt or sand or whatever you deem dirt is and chemically, physically changing it into a life form. Dirt. Bone, same way. Not taking DNA from the bone, not taking bone magma, whatever it's called, or whatever. Bone. Physically and chemically changing it into a life form. Supreme gene. So again, it had me thinking, if God created angels and mankind, and supposedly gave them both free will. Free will supposedly has this existing effect called random. Then there will always be an infinite of what came before what. God believes he's supreme, which technically I guess, because you created something, technically I guess, but You injected some type of artificial supreme gene for what reason? For what reason? Why couldn't you let it see if it comes naturally? And I'm not saying that it didn't come naturally, because Cain did kill Abel out of randomness. And supposedly they knew what murder was before he committed murder. So it had to happen randomly before. But again, going back even further, something created God. Something was supreme to God. Something was supreme to what created God and deemed itself supreme, and go back further and further and further. Because it's kind of strange when you think when you think something came from nothing, when nothing is not a existence, but somehow nothing had this random effect that created something that deemed itself supreme, and somehow created somehow. Concluding this with basically something that I thought was probably missing or not missing, but again, I just thought about it, is that it doesn't make a difference if God is right or wrong. It doesn't make a difference if God is in existence or not. Whatever this nothing is or random effect is, it is that. So it's random. It doesn't make a difference. The supreme gene, it seems like, according to what we've been told in or implemented to believe in this supreme thing, that something has to be supreme over something. Again, something I just thought about. I told you it was going to be hard to follow, but and I'm still thinking about it again myself. It's just something to think about. Yeah. Or it just could be just me thinking out loud.